So we've done catcher, we've done first base. It's now time to rank every second baseman in Major League Baseball for the 2025 season on a tier list. I'm not just using only the 2025 stats. I'm also using what they've done in the past, what I think is going to happen. I'm basically giving you my opinion on what I think of the player as of right now. It's not solely based off this season. I feel like I have to say that because sometimes people get it twisted. So yeah, someone could be having a great season this year. I don't necessarily think I'll put them in elite if I don't think they're that kind of player. But of course, if you do like the tier list, make sure to leave a like on the video. It does show me that you like the content, as well as subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the baseball videos coming at you. Follow me on all my social media, GiraffeNeckMarc, links are in the description, and don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what you agree or disagree with on my tier list. First, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Moomoo, the official trading platform of the New York Mets. Moomoo is a global brokerage that serves over 25 million users in major markets like the US, Japan, Canada, Singapore, and many more. Through their investing app, you can trade stocks, ETFs, and options, all with $0 commissions and no contract fees on stock and ETF options. But unlike most platforms, Moomoo doesn't charge you a dime. No matter your experience level in trading, Moomoo's got you covered from a wide array of investment analysis tools and dedicated learning sections on their app. Here's how Moomoo makes it easier to pick stocks like an experienced investor. Moomoo's investment theme feature lets you explore trading sectors like sports, AI, and other trends you've been eyeing. You can sort by returns or number of users following each theme, a smart way to spot potential momentum early. And for someone who's new to trading, doesn't really have a lot of experience, this kind of stuff really helps me. So in honor of Moomoo's new partnership with the New York Mets, they've doubled their promotion for my audience. Click the link in my description right now to get up to 60 free stocks and 2 sweet tickets to a Mets game with a qualifying deposit. It is a limited time offer and it's only available through my link in the description. On top of that, you'll also earn an industry high 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash for a limited time. And if you're already a trader and want to transfer your portfolio to Moomoo, you can earn up to $600 in cash rewards by doing so. So click the link in my description again to get up to 60 free stocks and even 2 sweet tickets to a Mets game with a qualifying deposit, and take advantage of the awesome promos and experiences that Moomoo has to offer. Thank you to Moomoo for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it. So as always, we're going from elite all the way down to bench, and today we are getting started off with Andrés Giménez. This is a tough player to rank because obviously in the field, he's phenomenal. He is a great defensive second baseman, but at the plate, we really have not seen him hit any sort of well since his breakout year a few seasons ago. I don't think Andrés Giménez is a bad player by any means, but I also don't think he belongs in the solid tier because while his glove is great, I don't know if it completely outweighs how poor his bat has been the last few seasons. So I tend to lean that he's going to go average, but because we've seen him hit well before and the glove is good, I'll throw him in solid for right now, but that might change as the video goes on. He's a hard player to rank because he's just been so elite defensively. Angel Martinez, he's playing more second base now because Lane Thomas is back from injury, so Martinez is going to move from center field to second base, a position that's probably a little more, I want to say, natural for him based on what he did in the minor leagues. I'm going to say as of right now, he's a bench player. I just don't see the hit tool being good enough to be an everyday player. You're probably going to see him and Daniel Schneemann platoon a little bit, and either one of those guys just not everyday players in my opinion. So Angel's going to get started off in bench. For all the completely opposite reasons with Brandon Lau, he is also a solid second baseman, where Giménez has all the advantages defensively. Brandon Lau has all the advantages offensively. He's still not getting on base, but we do see really good power out of him. We've seen that when he is healthy, he can be a very useful player for this Tampa Bay Rays team. I think at some point the Rays do end up moving Brandon Lau. At some point, someone's going to want to make a move for a power-hitting left-handed bat second baseman, and Brandon Lau is that guy. There's not many of those kind of players in Major League Baseball that play second base with that kind of power. When he's hot, he's hot. When he's cold, he's cold. That's the kind of player he is, but overall, I do think he's solid. Him and Giménez couldn't be more polar opposite players. Brendan Donovan is amazing. He's a really underrated player. Now, does that make me want to put him in elite? Probably not, because I feel like at this position, there is one, maybe 2 guys that I think are truly elite at the second base spot. But I think without a doubt, Brendan Donovan belongs in the all-star tier. He is one of the 3, 4, 5 best second basemen in the entire league. He's an extremely valuable utility man overall. And the fact that he's hitting the ball well, he's getting on base, the exit velos have looked better this year, the barrel rates, he doesn't chase, plays good enough defense. I really do like Brendan Donovan as a player, someone who I think more teams in baseball could use, a guy like this, especially with the flexibility that he has of playing multiple positions. And the fact that he does make such good contact consistently, Brendan Donovan, I think, definitely belongs in all-star tier. Bryce Turang feels like the white version of Andres Gimenez, honestly. Great defense, good speed, not really much going on at the plate. I will say this, he does get on base a lot more than Andres Gimenez. But also, he hasn't put up the crazy consistent highs that we've seen defensively. Like, I know Bryce Turang is won Gold Gloves, and I want to almost say he's won a Platinum Glove, but we haven't seen him put up 15, 20 OAA seasons like we have with Andres Gimenez. I'm still gonna put him in solid because I do think that he adds value to your team. It's the weird, like, value at the 9-hole spot where, because he plays such good defense, the offense and the on-base ability kind of makes it acceptable. The offense, while there's a lack of, like, pop, because he gets on base with that good defense, I do think he's a solid player. I mean, Philly fans are going to throw tomatoes at me, and I feel like a lot of you watching this are, but Bryson Stott, I don't get it. I really don't. A couple of seasons ago, we saw him be elite defensively, but we've never seen those numbers really be the same in terms of OAA. Like, sure, he doesn't strike out. Sure, he doesn't whiff a lot or chase, but there's just not a lot of oomph behind him. And we're now going on a full, like, 800 plate appearances where he's been a way below average hitter. I'm putting Bryson Stott in average. I don't value him over any of the guys above him right now, and I think when we put out this tier list, there are just a lot more options that I'd prefer than Bryson Stott. This isn't even me being a Philly hater or hating his cheesy walk-up song or any of that kind of stuff. I don't see his value over guys above him right now. Not saying he's a bad baseball player. I think he is just a completely average second baseman. Cole Young, it's been an extremely small sample size. We've only seen 48 plate appearances right now. Mariners are in a weird spot where they're looking for any sort of offensive help because Cal Raleigh is doing all the heavy lifting. I don't think Cole Young is going to be a bad player by any means. He might not necessarily be ready just yet at age 21. It is a very early call-up. He's super talented, drafted back in 2022. I'm going to put him in average for right now. Moving forward, I don't really see that big of a difference between him and Bryson Stott at the current moment, and I think Cole Young has higher upside offensively. So I'm just going to put him in average, partially because we just haven't seen enough. While I think Gleyber Torres is going to be an all-star this year, I think he deserves it. I think he also goes in the solid tier. The defense is unspectacular. It's kind of below average, if anything. The bat's been really good. He still doesn't have the oomph that we used to see, but he's getting on base at a really high rate. He's walking way more than he's striking out. He brings a lot more value to a team than maybe his slash line shows, because getting on base is really important, and it's been helping out this Tigers team a ton. I think he's solid, though. Again, like, I'm looking for either really good offensive guys and average gloves. There's got to be something else there, and right now, he feels in that solid tier perfectly for me. Although I do think he will be an all-star this season. It doesn't necessarily mean that I think you're going to make the all-star team if you're an all-star tier, if that makes sense. I think it's just like you're considered to be that all-star caliber player. And maybe I will have to rearrange because I feel like I'm throwing a lot of guys into solid right now, because Jackson Holliday is another one of these players who I think goes in solid. We've seen him take a lot of steps forward offensively this year, looking better at the plate, more discipline, hitting the ball harder, just overall better consistency. At second base, he looks really bad. He does not look comfortable at the position at all whatsoever, and I'm not really sure what we're going to see moving forward. OAA hates him there, and OAA loves people at second base. But if he continues to hit at the rate that he has, he's going to be one of the better offensive second basemen right now in Major League Baseball, considering slash lines. But again, I am just going to throw him in solid. I feel like we have a lot of those players coming up. Second base is kind of a position of very few guys at the top, and the rest are just all kind of the same in terms of value. Cronenworth's another one of these weird guys where we have an OPS at like 750. He's walking 16% of the time. That's incredible. There's zero pop in the bat. He doesn't play a good second base. I mean, I guess this is just a solid player, right? Because he still is above average offensively, and because he's getting on base, walking 16% of the time, that's so much value that he's bringing where he's lacking in other departments like barrel rates and defense. So I'm going to throw him in solid as well. I think people are going to freak out at me, but I love Jazz. I think Jazz is a really good player. I know he's hitting for a low average, but we're seeing him walk again about 12% of the time. He's got great barrel rates. He plays good defense. He runs the bases and steals. I like Jazz a lot. To me, I feel like he is clearly better than all these guys in solid. You might have problems with what he does on the field. You might have problems with what he does off the field. I think he has one of the higher ceilings among second basemen in this video, among second basemen in baseball. I'm not quite sure why they moved him to second to get rid of Gleyber and then have a hole at third base. That wasn't really in the cards for me. I didn't understand that from the Yankees. And this might be one of my worst takes, but I'm going to put Jazz in the all-star tier. I just think he is a very good player. And I don't even think he's necessarily playing well just yet this season. Still working his way back from the injury. Am I ready to throw Jeff McNeil in the all-star tier just yet? I'm not. I'm not going to go there. I think that McNeil's playing really well. I think he is a good baseball player. And I think that's exactly what the solid tier is. Those guys are good baseball players, and we've seen a lot of up and down from Jeff McNeil the last few seasons. He went from a guy who was an elite contact hitter, that was his calling card, that's what gave him his value along with being a platoon guy, to then dropping off a cliff with the contact. Till now, we're starting to see him hit the ball with a little more oomph. He's got the torpedo bat, it's working to his advantage. He's playing second base, he's playing center field. Similarly to Brendan Donovan, Jeff McNeil is a more valuable player on your team because he can play all these different positions, play them relatively well. He's walking a ton. He has the ability to go back to that all-star tier, I think, for sure, but it is a 37-game sample along with the second half of last year, which was another like 40-plus games. I want to see Jeff McNeil put it together for a full season like this again offensively before I jump him up. I know, crazy. The Mets bias is not coming in for once. Jonathan India, man, I don't know what to do with you. I think ultimately oh man, hold on. Where's this OAA coming from? Because I'm seeing 11 OAA. This can't all be from second base, right? I mean, that's legendarily bad. Man, at second base this year, it's -4 in 133 innings. That's so bad. DRS hates him too. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's in this Bryson Stott tier. I'm going to put him in average. Maybe that's being too friendly. Maybe that's being too nice. Jonathan India is not terrible, but he sure as hell is playing terribly. Still getting on base, though. Whatever. I'm going to put him in average, and if I'm wrong on this one, you can scream at me. Is this finally the year we see Altuve fall off? Is that what's happening? Is 35-year-old Jose Altuve not an all-star caliber second baseman anymore? I hate that they're trying to play him in left field. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like it's messing with how he's playing. When he's DH this year, he's actually been so much better than when he's been in the field. And even at second base, he's getting on base more. He's hitting for a higher average. Can I put Altuve in all-star? Feels so wrong to put him anywhere lower, but I feel like this just isn't the same Jose Altuve at the moment. He's also smoking the ball at home, and he's been horrendous on the road. What is that? Nah, Jose Altuve is just solid. I think we're starting to see a little bit of a drop-off. I mean, he's 35. He can't keep doing this forever, and I'll be happy to be wrong about this one and disrespect the man that is Jose Altuve. This has been one of the weirdest positions to rank because there's so many guys that are all the same in terms of value, but I think right now, part of it is because he's playing left field, which is unfair, but Altuve just isn't that same player he once was. Yeah, I think he has to go there. Oh, man, I hate putting Jose Altuve in solid. I hate it. All right, Josh Rojas, this one's really easy. Bench. I mean, the White Sox are a bad team. He is not playing well. There's not many teams that he'd be playing every single day. No disrespect to the Rojas family, but I just don't see him being on the Major League roster much longer. At some point, they have to call up Colson Montgomery. He's going to play shortstop. You move Chase Meidroff to second base. That seems like the obvious change, and I think Josh Rojas gets literally put to the bench. So, yeah, I'm going to throw him down there. Ketel Marte, without a doubt, it's not even close, is the best second baseman in Major League Baseball. The numbers don't lie. The stats are ridiculous. Marte in 42 games has 12 homers, 6 doubles, 22 RBIs, hitting .297 with a .422 on base, .583 slugging, 1,000 OPS. He's not just the best second baseman in the game. He's one of the best players in Major League Baseball. Ketel Marte stays underappreciated because he plays for the Diamondbacks and they're struggling this year, but this guy is so good. So yeah, he's elite. Probably going to be the only second baseman in elite. I'm not going to lie. I feel like the list and the quality of players has dropped off a lot at this position, especially going from Ketel Marte. Like, who else can I put on there? Seriously, that is on the same level as him. There's nobody on this list. Not anymore. Cody Clemens is doing some awesome stuff for the Minnesota Twins. Ever since he's got there, their season's turned around. He's been a barrel king, hitting the ball hard, taking more hacks up there, getting on base. I'm not going to jump him up to all-star because that's crazy, but I do think he is a very solid second baseman. He doesn't have the defense. He never will. He's a utility guy, but swinging the bat the way he is feels kind of sticky the way he's been doing it. Bat speed's up, chase rate's down, walk rate's up, all the stuff you want to see when a guy is actually making improvements. And it's tough for me to rank him here. He's Roger Clemens' kid. It's my least favorite player besides Chase Utley of all time, so throwing the bias out the window, I think he's a solid player. Ooh, I did not realize Christian Campbell is playing horrendously defensively at second base. He has -8 OAA. Oh, man. I like Christian Campbell as a player, and I do think he's going to be very good. I think the bat stuff, while he's getting a little bit exposed right now, especially on inside fastballs, I think we've seen what he can do at the top percentile outcome of his, and it is really good. Now, defensively, that is a major problem, and he has been struggling for a month plus. But I think he's an average second baseman at this exact moment. I think his season is going to turn around. He is so young. He is so talented. I'm not giving up on the player I think he is and can be, but this season, as of right now, we do have to take a step back and just be like, he hasn't been very good so far. Luis Garcia's in a similar-ish boat where his defense has been Oh, so bad this year at second base. Again, OAA hates him. He's starting to hit the ball better. He's been getting hotter recently. He doesn't strike out. He hits the ball pretty hard, has pretty good barrel rates, has good bat speed. He was great defensively last year, so I'm not necessarily sure what's happened this year. I'm not watching a lot of Nationals games, and I do think he's a good hitter. I'm willing to throw him in solid for right now. I know the defense is bad, but I think the bat is going to continue to get better as the season goes on, and I don't think he's going to be this bad defensively for the entire year. So I'm just projecting towards the end of the season. I do think he's going to end up being solid. It's really getting quite full up there in that tier. That being said, we're starting to get some more kind of random players playing second base. Luis Urias being one of them. I think he's an average guy. Like, he's getting on base pretty well. He's not striking out. He's doing the stuff that we saw when he was a top prospect in San Diego. High contact guy, low whiff rate, low chase rate, getting on base. The defense looks horrible though, so that's not great, but we'll throw him an average. Ooh, Marcus Semien. What are we gonna do with you? Because you've looked pretty horrible. Marcus Semien looks like an old man. The bat speed numbers are scary. The average, the on base, the slugging is like all at career lows. It feels like Marcus Semien might be old. He's playing good defense, but not that amazingly good. Oh man, am I really going to put Marcus Semien in average? I think I am. If I'm going to drop Altuve that low, Semien's playing a lot worse. He's playing pretty good defense at second base, but I don't know, man. There's just not a lot of value right now in what Marcus Semien's giving you day in and day out for the Rangers. I really don't think I can put him in solid anymore. Not based on what we've seen the last couple seasons. Sub 700 OPS, but he played such good defense last year. Oh, God. I guess maybe he goes in solid because the defense is still good. Oh, I feel so dirty about that. I hate these second base rankings. I hate them. God, you guys are going to be so mad at me. I feel like such a fence sitter. Oh, Matt McLain plays good defense too, but he's hitting like such crap. What do I do with you, Matt McLain? The last time you played, you were amazing. And now you have 200 plus plate appearances and you've been horrible. 30% strikeout rate. Bat speed stinks. What is Matt McLain's deal? I'm just going to throw him an average. I don't know, Reds fans. I'm sorry. What I'm seeing right now is scary bad for Matt McLain. And he's 25. It's not like he's 34 with pedigree like Marcus Semien or Jose Altuve. Matt McLain has 400 plate appearances of being awesome, 238 of being horrendous. So bad. A 592 OPS. I can't put him anywhere besides average. I think Nick Gonzalez is kind of just average too. He hasn't shown me anything to make me think he is anything but a kind of zero WAR replacement level player. Again, I don't think he's as bad as Angel Martinez. I don't think he's as bad as Josh Rojas. Clearly, the second base position is bizarre because look at it. There's not that many guys that separate themselves from the pack, but Nick Gonzalez feels like he doesn't even separate himself from the average pack to get into that solid tier where everybody else is. The bat's fine. The glove's fine. Everything is super fine about Nick Gonzalez so far in the small sample that we have of him. We're going on right around about a full season's worth of games for his career, and he's like a 700 OPS guy average. Nico Horner, you're that guy too. Why are there so many second basemen? I guess that's just what the position is now, that are singles hitters, that play great defense, that steal bases, elite glove, okay bat, doesn't strike out, hits for a high average, but that's pretty much it. He goes in solid. That's where all these guys belong. And I know people are going to be pissed, like, he belongs higher up. Here's what his WAR is. It's like, guys, like, he's a good fielding player. Look how many of them there are. They aren't separating themselves from the pack. They can't all be an all-star, because if you put Nico Horner there, so does Bryce Strang, so does Andres Jimenez, so does Marcus Semien. Like, No, we're not doing that. And then you've got Ozzy Albies. And we now have 600 plus plate appearances in the last 2 years where he hasn't been very good. And he was my favorite player to call the most overrated player in baseball. And I'm sure as hell not going to put him in average because I don't think he's an average player. I don't know why he's stinking so badly. A lot of things on the Braves roster stinks right now. It's terrifying. As a Mets fan, I'm just waiting for them to get hot. It's probably going to be when we play them in a couple weeks. I'm going to put him in solid. I need good juju. I'm not going to say he stinks. I'm not going to put him in average here with all these other guys, but he's getting dangerously close. If things don't turn around soon for Ozzy Albies, I don't know how we can consider him much better than an average player right now. Like, even defensively, not really sticking out that much. Even in 2023 when he was great at the plate, he was horrible defensively, minus 10 OAA. Like, I'm probably being way too nice and putting him in solid. Angels, Scott Kingery is the second baseman technically, but Christian Moore should be called up at the time of watching this video. I didn't know who to put. I wanted to put someone for every team. You know, Scott Kingery's going in bench. He's 31, by the way. Remember when Scott Kingery signed an extension with the Phillies before even playing in the majors? Yeah, that guy's 31 now and basically hasn't been in the majors in 3-4 seasons. What happened? What were the Phillies thinking? Thairo Estrada, like, I'm sorry, you're probably a fine player, but you're playing on the Rockies and you're playing poorly, and anytime you're going to Colorado, things aren't looking great. He goes in the bench tier. I just don't think he is an everyday second baseman for most teams in Major League Baseball right now. Fun fact about Thairo Estrada, he did get shot, and I think he played with the bullet in his leg or in his body for a little bit before actually getting surgically removed, which is also an insane story. Tommy Edman, am I putting him in All-Star? Is it because of the pop? He has like a 450 slugging, a 743 OPS. He plays good defense. He's a great utility man. I guess he's going in All-Star. Something feels wrong here. I feel like it's just because there's too many guys in solid. I think Tommy Edman's probably more solid, but compared to those guys, I do think he's better. But then that also makes me think that Gleyber Torres needs to go in All-Star, but he's not hitting for any power, and he doesn't play great defense. Oh my God. I don't know. Tommy Edman like owns the Mets. Maybe this is my Mets bias. He owns the Mets. He killed us in the playoffs. I feel like he's always hitting home runs. When he's healthy, he's playing good. He feels very valuable to this Dodgers team. He doesn't get on base at all, refuses to walk, but now he's hitting for power. His 9 home runs on the year. Like, what? I hate this position. Tyler Fitzgerald, I feel pretty confident in bench. I mean, we kind of knew that the offensive numbers he put up last year were not going to happen again. The peripheral, the underlying numbers were terrible, and this year they're terrible again. He has a 648 OPS. He's not playing bad defense, but he's not playing good. He's a guy who's more of a fifth infielder option, a platoon utility guy, rather than an everyday player. Xavier Edwards has now made the move from shortstop to second base, a position that is way better fitting for him. He is much better at the second base spot than shortstop. He was statistically one of the worst defensive shortstops we've seen in a very long time. OAA-wise, in a small sample, he's been good at second base. Shortstop this year, he was -7. This year, at second, he's +2. I think he's completely average. I'm going to give him that at the position. He gets on base. He steals bags. He's never going to hit any home runs. He has 1 in his career in 600 plate appearances. But we've seen him hit for a high average. He's playing better defense at the position. He's getting on base and stealing bases. That's completely average. Why not? And then last but not least, we have Zach Geloff. Geloff had a crazy good 2023. Not a great 2024. He's injured. Hasn't played at all this year. Average. I'm going to throw him an average. He's a good fielder. We've seen high highs. We've seen low lows. Split the difference. That's a bang-on average second baseman. And that's the second base tier list. I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I hate this position. I actually don't hate second baseman, but I hate that there's probably 18 guys that are completely fine, good, capable second basemen. There's 4 really good ones, 5 really bad ones, and I don't know what to do with the rest. Like I said, look how many guys are in solid and average. I'd love to know what you guys think about the tier list down in the comment section below. Yell at me. Tell me to get off the fence. Pick a side. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the content. Follow me on all my social media. GiraffeNeckMarc. Links are in the description. That's where I'll wrap it up. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. Click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching. It's 3 a.m. when I'm recording this, so sorry if I sounded particularly crazy or delusional during this one, but it's been a long day. And having to rank these second basemen felt like the craziest task that I've ever had to do on this YouTube channel. But thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'm having fun. See you guys next time. Bye.